everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, the wait is finally over. It is Super Bowl Sunday. For the call, here's our veteran duo of so many Super Bowls, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we have played 266 games in this NFL season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 51, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now he's forced out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 24-yard line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. To throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he's flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And here now come the Falcons. And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy is going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Let's go! Blue, ready! Blue! Watching that party! Leopard!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Now back to throw. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the pass able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Aaron Donald. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
This is a real...
And
the ball is knocked out.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Room here to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And a short gain down to about the 33. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll set up a throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now Stephen Gostkowski, who, of course, spent the bulk of his career in a Patriots uniform. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Good! Here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, watching that, Marty. Watching that, Marty.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Green, 39. Green. All right, now, look at 56. Look at Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a foot race. A big play there off the option. 45 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it? Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll set up to throw. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage. And
tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
Finding some room at midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. It sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Patriots have it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop it?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
No. Check. Patriot.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Now the ball comes loose. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Aaron Donald in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed it, and he will not be able to escape his end zone. There is a marker down, but I don't think it's going to matter. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded inside the 5. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots.